live from Nashville, Tennessee. And now, ladies and gentlemen, Ralph Emery.
Thank you, Gary Beatty. Tonight I've got a couple of hellos. I want to say hi to my buddy Bill Mack. Bill is still cranking it out on XM radio. I want to say hi to Dave Compton at WPET in Greensboro, North Carolina. And Dave, thank you very much for your email this week. And have Crash Craddock send me an email, and we'll try to get him on the show. Tonight's guest is, he's one of my old friends, and he's one of the all-time great entertainers in country music. His biggest hits occurred in the 50s and 60s, and I remember he was billed as a star of any stage he steps upon. He's made 18 movies. He was a war hero in World War II, and he was part of the Normandy landings on D-Day, June 6, 1944. It's a pleasure to welcome my old friend, Ferlin Husky. Ferlin, welcome to our show.
Thank you so much, Ralph. It's an honor.
We were fooling around here before we started the show. I don't know how many people watching tonight remember an old radio show starring Lum and Abner, but they were an American institution. You do them, don't you?
Yeah, I still do on the shows. You know, I do them when there's nobody else around a lot, just for my own entertainment. Lum was at the county seat, you know, and him and Cedric Rainwater, Weehart. Cedric Rainwater used to be with Hank Williams, played the bass.
Right.
Howard Watts, his real name. He worked with me in the Griffin Cowboy.
I know you're getting off the...
yeah, I've said, yeah, okay. No, Cedric Weehart, yeah, was one of the characters with Lum and Abner. Anyhow, Lum and Cedric had been down to the county seat, and they got back. The flies was real bad. It was a hot summer day, and the flies were real bad. And Abner was in there. I'm just making this up here as I go along. Abner was in there fanning the flies, you know, like that with his apron. And Lum walks up and says, "Abner, what did you cut the hole in the screen door for? What about it, Lum?" "Well, Abner, the hole in there, what's it?" "Well, you told me to get all the flies out."
How about Johnny and June?
Well, I don't know too much about that right now. I was just telling June, I said, "June, if you do that little dance, don't kick your shoe too high. You'll hit somebody in the head with it." "Oh my God. How you doing, Ralph?"
Didn't Elvis Presley open for you at one time?
Sure did. Yeah. Everybody starts from somewhere, you know, but I was real proud that Elvis, in the beginning, you know, that,
How many records did he have out?
I think he had one. I don't even know if he had any out at that time.
Where did you work with him?
Memphis and down through Florida, different days. You know. And, but, oh yeah, he'd watch you do everything you did, you know. I used to do imitations of bulls. You know, I had one, I'd cock my lip like the bull. You know how they'll make it, you know, and the microphone and stuff. Cock that lip up and everything like that. And you know, it's infectious with entertainers like Lefty Frizzell. You know, everybody wanted to get that sound, you know, like Lefty. You just go around wanting to do that. And there's certain things entertainers do on the stage that another entertainer's watching. He don't mean to steal it, maybe, but
Are you telling me that Elvis used to quiver his lip like you do?
Oh yeah. Well, he said he never seen anybody comb their hair for 10 minutes and then mess it up before they went on the stage. But I always did, you know. But there's a few little gestures, Here's one from Johnny Cash said. You know, when Johnny used to come out with his guitar hanging on his back, which I used to do first, Johnny says, "I would like to clear up one thing to all you folks out there about my guitar hanging on my back. A lot of folks think I got it from Elvis, but I didn't. I got it from the same place he got it from." Ferlin Husky. That's right. Son of a gun. Yeah, really.
Did you have any idea Elvis would become the superstar that he became?
Not really. I tell you what I did say when I first seen him, when we talked in the dressing room, his mother and dad were going, right? I said, you don't really need, you sing good, but you don't need to, because you'd be a big star in the movies. You get the right people. Because he had that look. I stood.
Was he hard to follow?
I never did follow him.
I thought he opened for you.
He did. I never did follow him after he got to be a...
Well, I'm talking about in the...
Oh, no.
Were the girls clawing at him in the beginning?
No, well, really, no, he was just another opener, truthfully, you know. And most of the things he did was like little jokes and things that I'd heard from different opera acts, you know.
Was he shy in the beginning?
Yes. Yeah, he was very shy. Like me, and like most entertainers, Johnny Cash and a lot of the entertainers. That's why they get a different characters they try to be, you know.
You mean,
I tell people that I'm shy. I am. I don't like to go anywhere and eat by myself, you know.
you don't want
Truthfully, I said, I'm on a farm now. Leona owns a bunch of property. We've got about 300 acres up. Least some.
You live in Missouri, don't you?
Up and back in Missouri, but I never go anywhere. I've always been that way. That's why I got to Simon and different characters that I do to break the ice.
Simon Crump.
Yeah.
Ferlin, you were on D-Day.
Yeah.
You were in the Merchant Marine. You were part of that invasion, weren't you?
Yes, it was. Yeah.
What do you remember about that?
Well, a lot of things I remember, Ralph, that I never seldom talk about, but we carried the troops and all that. You see a lot of different people see the movies and things, the war and all that, but I don't know. I didn't go on
You won an award.
We carried the troops in and on D-Day, you know, and it's rough when you see them. Wasn't anybody seen any of the movies and things of what it is.
You won
it's hard to talk
You
about.
won an award as volunteer gunner?
Yes, it was. Yeah. Volunteered on the number 2 gun on the ship during the air raids and the invasion. Yeah.
Is that difficult for you to talk about?
Yes, it is.
Okay, then
it's okay. It's just so many memories and things in it. Somebody can watch movies and things. And they get most people that was in there. I understand that most of the people in the war that was in the service and in the invasions and in the war. But you don't hear very many of them talk about it. So
all right, let's go on to something you will want to talk about.
I like to milk cows.
I want to talk about a little song that you recorded, Wings of a Dove.
Wings of a Dove, yes.
You had a problem with your producer.
Yes.
What happened?
Well, Bob Ferguson, came into Nashville with me, and he had this idea of writing a song, Wings of a Dove, about so we wrote it together, but I published it, so I let him, he'd get full credit for it as a writer, so we made it everyhow. But I tried 5 years to try to record it. I was with Capitol Records at the time, and I tried to record it, just, it's about God, because God sent his love, anyhow. And it's a good kind of songs, and I sell it, and so I turn it down. So every time I go in to record, I try to record it. I mention it again, and Ken Nelson, A&R man, says, Ferlin, this not happening. So I said, well, Tennessee Ernie. No, he said, because Ernie was on Capitol, and he did a lot of religious songs. So then I went to Don Law at Columbia, and Owen Bradley at Dexter. Steve Stoltz was Victor.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the only big labels around besides the Capitol. And I tried with every one of them, for cut it bluegrass or whatever, and everybody turned it down. said it ain't a hit or whatever. We're not doing that. They're not buying that kind. And I can understand it as years went on. I understand now more. It's like Ken Nelson used to say. I said, well, I want to do it. No, he said, it's not a hit. He said, they won't buy that. Everybody don't believe like you. I said, well, I know that. But there is a God, but you don't, he said, you don't demand it like your preacher does. I said, well, it's history. He said, if you want to cut it, go ahead, you're history. That's the first time that it come about after about 2 or 3 years. So just, anyhow, I got it by 5 years went by. We're coming in to do it. You remember Marvin Hughes?
Yeah.
Played piano. And he got to be the A&R man.
Right.
He handled the sessions while because Ken couldn't make it. I went in to do the, at Owen Bradley's concert up downtown there. And I was going to do my session. So when I got there, Marvin Hughes said, Ken won't be here. I said, really? What happened? He said he missed a connection. Something happened in Dallas. And I said, oh, you mean he won't be here for the session? He said, no. He said, he told us just to go ahead. He said, you just go ahead and do the songs you had picked out to do, which Ken already knew the songs. I said, he ain't going to be here at all? No. I said, good. I said, let's cut Wings of the Dove. So it's about, we cut 2 or 3 other songs, and then I cut Wings of the Dove on the end. But I took the word God out because I know if I'd left it in there, they would have never released it at that time. So I said, he says he's love you. And I didn't know about the baptism on the first record either.
Well,
but,
we've got,
it happened.
we're going to share some of that song. Mm-hmm. We're going to go back to about 1963, and you're on something I think called a Pet Milk Grand Ole Opry. You're with Smiling Kitty Wilson. Yeah. You're with Wilma Lee and Stoney, and you're with Roy Drusky, and you're with T. Tommy Contreras.
Oh, yeah.
And this is what it looked like.
Oh, okay. On the wings of a snow white dove, he sends his pure, sweet love, a sign from above. On the wings of a dove, when trouble surrounds us, when evil comes, the body grows weak, the spirit grows numb. When these things beset us, he doesn't forget us. He sends down his love on the wings of a dove.
That became, what, Record of the Year?
Yeah, it was number 1 for a long time.
I think I heard you say one time that was, and I don't know what your source of information was, that was like number 6 all-time favorite country song.
Well, the Billboard put that out here a few years ago. It's number 5. It said number 5 for a period of like 35 years or so, of songs that they had listed. Leroy Van Dyke's Walk On By was number 1, and Hank Lachlan's
Please Help Me, I'm Falling.
Was, anyhow, number 5, most played or
let's just say most popular.
Yeah, well, that's it. But I know it stayed in the charts, but in Canada for a year. I mean, it was like for a year it was in the top.
So you proved you were right.
Well, I was right that it was accepted, but
big time.
But I've been blessed. I think that God Almighty had a lot to do with it, besides just me hollering it out. The idea was, but that helped it. Hurt your hands,
Let me tell these people how they can get that appearance that they just saw on the screen. Ferlin's appearance is available on a new DVD release called Opry Video Classics. The DVD series also includes performances by Patsy Cline, Willie Nelson, George Jones, Johnny Cash, and other classic country performers. And the DVD series is available online at timelife.com or toll-free at 1-800-950-7887. That having been said, we'll take a break. Our guest is Ferlin Husky, and we'll be right back. We are visiting with one of the all-time great country music acts, Ferlin Husky. Did you bring Simon tonight?
Simon was on his way over here. He wanted to go. You see, he's older than I am. Simon
Crumb?
And he's going through that stage of forgetfulness.
Oh, is he?
He don't remember a lot of things. And David McCormick, you know, he owns all them record stores.
Ernest Tubb
Record Shop. Anyhow, David, we went by there a while ago, and David said, Simon, who was asking, he forgot about Ernest being gone. He asked him when it was going to come back. He wanted to get on the bus with it. He was walking on the Green Hornet. You remember riding on it. He walks on Ernest's bus looking for Ernest. And David said, what are you doing? He said, I'm waiting. He told me to get on the bus. He's imagining things. And David came on over here with it. But I don't know where Simon went. I don't know. Well, he's probably still there.
That's the damn light.
What?
You know I'm here, but I don't feel right without my Lucas hat on.
Oh, that's right. You don't have your baseball cap.
I forgot my Lucas cap.
What do you call that?
Lucas? That's an oil company, Lucas Oil.
Uh-huh.
They sponsor me in Ferlin, you know.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah. They've been with us for about 12 years or so. Yeah. They're everywhere now.
Well,
they're like Santa Claus. Hell, they're just everywhere.
You know, I noticed that you had, I was looking at some record. I've got a picture of you. You had hits along with Ferlin, didn't you?
Yeah. Yeah, Simon had.
Yeah, we used to fight over who was going to be number one the next Billboard. Charlie Lamb, reporter, news, whatever them clippings was.
But, one of your big hits was Country Music Is Here to Stay.
Yeah, that was. What was it?
Yeah, Ferlin's doing he's doing the Lum and Abner on there, and he's doing Ernest Tubb, but I'm doing the Kitty Wells part.
You're doing Kitty Wells?
Yeah, certain times a month I wouldn't, you know, I don't think about doing it, but anyhow, he's singing.
I thought you did Kitty Wells and Red Foley together.
Oh, I do sometimes. Yeah, but it's hard to do them both at once as I'm getting older. Like, you know, Ferlin's looking forward to getting old as me. He says all the time. But I do Kitty and I do that whole bunch of them all at once. Used to, but it hurts my throat now. I can't do it. It's hard to do one of them, really.
And one of your hits was what, 'Cause You're So Sweet?
Yeah, 'Cause You're So Sweet, dear.
My Gallina?
Yeah, my Gallina.
Anyway, there's a whole album of the unpredictable Simon Crumb, who is the alter ego of Ferlin Husky. And you got a recently released album called The Way It Was?
Yes, Leona wrote that song.
You went in and re-recorded Dear John with Leona Williams,
right,
didn't you?
Sure did.
And you redid I Feel Better All Over?
Yeah.
And I see another duet on here with Leona.
Yeah, that's it.
You did. Simon is on here with You Better Not Do That. That's an old Tommy Collins song.
Tommy and I wrote that when Tommy was living with me.
Anyway, those two albums are available
at the Ernest Tubb Radio Shop, I guess.
Well, yeah, and then at FerlinHusky.com.
Oh yeah, but I don't do much of that, you know.
What?
I don't even know how to turn one of them computers on, really. Simon handles it.
Oh, good.
No, Tracy Pitcock, you know, with the Heart of Texas records down there. But I don't know. But I imagine they get them from Ernest Tubb Record Shop.
Well, sure. Tracy's an awful nice fellow.
Yes, he is. He's a wonderful man.
I know you don't like to talk about the war a lot, but you told me earlier that you found Simon when you were on a ship.
That's true. That's way when I went in the service on the ship, when shipping out, I was about the only one around there on the ship that had an accent that I still have from down home or country. And some of the other boys were young too, and they were up in Yankee land, we called it back then, still do, from the east or whatever. But hey, Tommy, what are you doing, man? Hey, tell us a story. Tell us, what are you talking about? I'd say, hey, what do you boys, pass me bread? And one guy sitting there looking at me, and I said, you hear me? I want some bread. Pass the bread. He said, hell, it's not bread. I said, what do you mean it's not bread? It's a roll. I said, what the hell do you think you make bread out of? That's bread. You know, but they kidded me, teased me. And I'd tell them stories about Simon Crump, was a gentleman that lived near us across the creek from us with lived in Hickory Grove, Missouri. I owned a farm when I was just a kid. And I called him Uncle Simon. You know, everybody loved the old man. His name was Simon Crump. And I'd tell them stories about it on the ship. And especially when we got into air raids or mine attack or sub alert or whatever, they got to where they say, hey, tell us a Simon story. So I got to where I'd make up things, you know, and tell them.
This was to get their mind off.
To get the mind off, you know, for being scared and what with the alert. But I was scareder than them, I'm sure, a lot, you know.
Ferlin, I want to stop here and share something with our viewers. On April the 6th, 2006, you were saluted by the 104th General Assembly of the Tennessee State Senate. And I don't know a lot of folks who've had this honor. Obviously, it was a great day in your life, and we're going to share it with these folks watching.
Now, therefore, be it resolved by the Senate of the 104th General Assembly of the State of Tennessee, the House of Representatives concurring, that we honor and commend Ferlin Husky on his legendary musical talent as a performing artist and entertainer, his impressive role as an ambassador of the great state of Tennessee, and his singular contributions to country music. We extend to him our best wishes for much continued success in all his future endeavors.
Mr. Speaker, members of the Senate, this man is a legend. It's not often that we have an opportunity to touch a man like this, but he has meant so much to the Grand Ole Opry, to the country music world, and in general, being the fine man that he is and the example that he has set. So I am proud today to renew my motion that we honor Ferlin Husky by passing SJR 562.
And that was Senator Joe Haynes, and he was assisted there by Senator Thelma Harper. And Ferlin, that was a nice day for you. A lot of your friends showed up that day, didn't
Sure
they?
did. It was really I don't know how to say it. It was a big surprise, and it was really an honor, you know. I don't know. Well, you know, Mama always told me, said, somebody give you something, take it. If they hit you, run. You know? But I was proud, you know. I got 12 big.
Let me bring up another. You mentioned a fellow a few minutes ago. Follow me on this. Merle Haggard recorded a song a few years ago called Leonard.
Right.
1981.
Yeah.
Leonard was Merle's tribute to a friend of his named Leonard Sykes.
Right. Yeah.
You knew Leonard Sykes very well, didn't you?
He came down from Oklahoma and come to Bakersfield, and I had a dance hall at Rainbow Gardens, and I was doing an amateur contest. That's how I got Dallas Frazier. Different. Anyhow, this boy named Leonard Sykes, he was telling me what he could do, and he wanted to get a job, singing, working at the dance hall that week. And I said, well, we'll be back Saturday night. You come in Saturday night. So, hi. He said, don't you want to hear me before? Don't you want all this? I said, well, you're telling me the truth, ain't you? He said, yeah. But don't you want to hear me? I said, well, if you tell me the truth, what's you said? That's the way I made my living, you know. So I'd tell somebody what I could do, and if they'd try me, I'd do it, you know. So anyhow, I said, well, where are you staying? He said, well, right now, I said, well, you're going to stay at my house. So that's the way. And
you didn't like the name.
The name Leonard Sykes, Ken Nelson, I kept trying to get him on the Capitol. And anyhow, the name Leonard Sykes didn't sound like, and he didn't like the name. He said, Leonard, it's Tommy Dick. So Tommy was with me on
wait a minute.
Leonard.
We haven't gotten to the part. You named him, didn't you?
Yeah, but how come they give him that name? Is he brought us a drink next door from the a lounge while we were recording. He was down at the recording session with me in Hollywood, and Ken Nelson, different ones. He had a whole bunch of, and he had a Tom Collins for somebody, and I said, there's a tall glass and a straw and had a cherry on top. I said, who's that for? He said, well, he said, since you gave me enough money to get everybody a drink, I thought I'd get me one. He said, Tom Collins. I said, that's what we're going to call you.
So
and that's where it started.
That's how Tommy Collins was born, that as an entertainer. And he became a big star at one time.
Yes, sir.
And
I picked guitar on his first record.
Did you really?
Yeah, I just picked spar out of it. Not as good as Chet, but you know.
We're going. What we're going to do here? We're going to take a break, and we're going to let these people watching the show call in and talk to you. Okay.
All right, that's fine. Yeah.
Our number here is 1-866-547-9696, and the phone-in segment is next, right after this. Ferlin Husky is our guest. I just found out from Ferlin that he's a big fan of RFD TV. You watch the cattle auction?
I love to watch them, see how much them bulls. I got some cattle, but I love them. I cannot imagine them things selling for some high. One was on there one day with $50,000 or $60,000.
We're going to go to the phone right now. Ferlin, and Bill is down in Texas. Bill, you got a question for Ferlin?
Hey, Ralph, you're looking better than ever, pal.
This Bill Mack.
Hey, Ferlin, thank you very much for, you know what, first recording I ever had. The first song I ever wrote that was recorded by a major artist was you, my boy. And Truman says, hey there, baby.
Hey, Bill, yeah. I'm missing lots of loving.
I miss it, lots of loving.
I was recording
you changed your name after recording that song.
Yeah, I went back to my real name right after. I changed it about offered to change my underwear, you know.
You guys are great. I'll let you go. I just want to say thanks.
Thank
here
you.
in Texas, just loving you.
Thank you, Bill. I hear you. I listen.
Hey, Ralph, thank you, pal.
Okay, Bill, thank you very much.
I listen to you on XM all the time, Bill.
And what we do,
I know it, baby.
we rush these phone calls to try to get as many in as we can. And along the way, I got an email from Wayne Edmonds down in Benson, Arizona. He said, on the song On the Wings of a Dove, was that intended to be a gospel song or a country song?
It was a country song with gospel words in it.
Okay, all right. On the telephone, on the telephone in Missouri is Jim. Jim, how are you?
It's good to see you on the television again. And Ferlin, I wanted to say I appreciate all the work you've done over these years. You're really a great country entertainer. And I've been playing your music on the radio for the past 40-plus years. And it's really an honor to speak with you, and hope to hear from you again.
Thank you, Jim. Whereabouts are you at in Arizona?
No, he's in Missouri.
Oh, Missouri.
In Sullivan, Missouri.
Jim, where are you?
In Sullivan, Missouri.
Oh, Sullivan. Wow, I'm in Vienna.
I know. You're just up the road.
Well, we have to get together.
Sounds good to me, man.
You'll help me load some cows out there one day.
Thanks, Ferlin.
Thank you, Jim.
Thank you, Jim. The fellow who sent the email was from Arizona.
Oh, I still was thinking about Arizona.
Bob White, Fort Myers, Florida, wants to know if you are a Shriner.
Yeah, I sure am. Yes, sir.
And now we're going to go down to Florida via the phone, and I believe we have Dwayne on the phone. Dwayne, is that right?
That's right. How y'all doing?
Good. What's on your mind?
Ferlin Husky's always been one of my best people there. I used to drove a truck all my life, and one time I was going into Des Moines, Iowa, and I seen his name up there on the sign, and I stopped to see him, and he had Marvin Rainwater opening up for him, and he had a fella up there named X Lincoln.
Yeah.
And X Lincoln, he sounded, you couldn't tell him, he did a Johnny Cash imitation you wouldn't believe.
Yeah.
I just wondered whatever happened to X Lincoln.
I don't know. Ralph would probably know.
I don't. I know who he's talking about.
He's Ernest Tubbs' nephew.
Yeah, but I don't have any idea.
David McCormick,
David, do you know whatever happened to him? He's still in Nashville?
He's still in Nashville.
He's still here, Dwayne.
All right. Well, thank you much. Good to see both of y'all.
Thank you for calling. Ask Ferlin. This is from Dave Compton over in Greensboro, North Carolina. wants to know on the Andy Griffith Show, if you remember Barney Fife mentioning your name.
Yeah.
Apparently on one of the episodes.
Yeah, he was gargling his throat or something. He said all the singers, the famous singers or something, used something. They used something to make their voice better to sing or something. Andy was kidding him about it. Yeah. Oh yeah, I remember that.
He mentioned your name, Ferlin?
Yeah, he said Ferlin Husky. He mentioned some other names. I think he said like Ferlin Husky. Of course, I knew Barney. I was first worked with him on the Steve Allen show when I first met him.
Okay. Let's go back to Florida, and Bill is in Florida. Hi, Bill.
Hey,
What's on your mind?
I just wanted to ask Ferlin if he wanted to herd some hogs.
Yeah. Well, Bill was with me for a long time. How you doing, Bill?
I'm doing fine.
I'm glad I'm on this show. I found out where you're at.
You got my phone number?
I've got it, but I don't have it with me right now. Well, I'm already talking to you. I don't need it right now, do I?
No. We need to herd some more hogs.
Yeah, we do. We'd stop at a place. When he was working with me, we'd stop at a place to get a sandwich and get something to eat or something. They didn't want to know what we was doing. We have no hat on. I'd have no Western hat on. And we was kidding them about driving hogs. We'd hauling the hogs and driving them.
And you didn't
You
didn't tell him you were entertaining.
Oh, no, I wouldn't tell him.
Did he play in your band?
Oh, yeah, he sang, drove, he did everything. He was with Jack Green first. He worked with Jack for a while.
Bill, I thank you for calling.
Okay, take care, Ferlin.
Okay, I'll see you later, brother.
I'll call you.
All right. Arnie Atchison, remember seeing you in Muskogee, Oklahoma in 1968. And thought a lot of you, and he thought a lot of your Lum and Abner presentation.
I'll do.
Dennis in Arkansas. Dennis, how are you?
I'm fine. Good to see you back working there, Ralph.
Thank you.
I got a question for Ferlin.
All right.
Did you not work for a gentleman in San Diego in the 50s by the name of Smokey Rogers?
I sure did. He's the one that wrote the song Gone.
That's correct. I knew Smokey.
Yeah, well, that's wonderful.
I was in Marine Corps down there then, and I've seen you numerous times when you was on TV. Could you tell me what your last name was at that time? It was Pat what?
I was Terry Preston.
Terry Preston, that's correct. That's correct. Well, thank you very much. It's good talking to you.
Same to you. Thank you.
You've been Tex Terry, Terry Preston, Ferlin Husky, and Simon Crump.
And some other name I don't think we ought to mention those. Yeah, well, my first records was Tex Terry. Was the first name I used. Then
okay, where are we going to? Alta? Where are you, Alta?
I'm in Nevada.
All right.
Oh, sounds like you're right here. Go
Alta, where are you in Nevada?
In Overton. We're about 60 miles north of Las Vegas.
What is your question?
Well, I would like to ask Mr. Husky if he remembers back in the 50s when the Grand Ole Opry came to Boise, Idaho, and my husband and my brother-in-law had an audition, and they asked him to take him downstairs and listen to him. And he did, and he sat there and listened to him play, and was very kind, and he told him to get a song of their own and a style, and good luck. And we really appreciated his kindness.
Oh, thank you.
And what happened to them?
Well, my husband became a very good guitarist. He's an excellent lead man, except now his health isn't too good. But he's fantastic.
Did they make some records?
No, he played around in bars and dances and stuff, but he never made it to the big time.
Well, that's where Judy Lynn come out of.
She came out of Boise.
I gave her that last name of her name.
Oh, you did?
Suggested that she use it, yes, ma'am.
Oh.
Yeah.
Alta?
Well, we sure enjoy your music.
Well, thank you so much.
Alta, thank you for calling.
Well, thank you for taking my call.
It's my pleasure. I think maybe that may be the first call we've ever had from Nevada. I appreciate that. Okay, we're going to take one more here with Teresa.
Yes.
Are you there, Teresa?
Yes, I am.
Where are you, in Michigan?
I'm from Burton, Michigan.
What's your question?
I would just like to know Did you ever have a 45 single out or an album out at any time when you were DJing in Nashville there?
Me?
Yeah, you yourself.
I had a record called Hello Fool. It was the answer to Hello Walls.
Okay.
And then that was a hit. We got to number 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
I had some other records that
You had one about
everybody else has forgotten my other records.
narration.
I bought my first record when I was 11 years old, country music record, and I just wanted to say that I thought that the country music artists were the best looking that I'd ever seen, and I still think they are, and it's so wonderful to see Ferlin Husky.
Thank goodness my picture wasn't on my record.
But I knew you. Oh, yes, I knew you. And I was wondering if you were ever going to do any biographies of people that had passed away, like picture biographies.
No, I talked to my publisher about that, and he turned me down.
That is a shame, because I knew there'd be an idea of yours.
Thank you.
It was good to see you. It's great to see you, and it's great to see them. You're still just as handsome as you ever were.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Oh, you're welcome.
That's our last call of the evening. We're going to be joined here by Leona Williams right after this break. We're with Ferlin Husky tonight. We'll be right back. Meet this pretty lady who makes records with Ferlin Husky, Miss Leona Williams. Leona, welcome to our show.
Thank you, Ralph. Great to be here. Thank you.
I have been out on the road with these people, and when you're working with Ferlin, you guys recreate the old Dear John letter, don't you?
Yes, we do.
And then there was another record, Forgive Me, John. Wasn't there a follow-up?
I wrote that for Gene Shepherd.
What else do you sing together?
We sing an old Kitty Wells and Raincup, Red Foley song called As Long As I Live.
Kitty and Roy Drusky, I think, had a record. I was thinking it was...
It was Kitty and Red Foley, wasn't it?
It was Kitty and Roy Drusky, I believe,
I was thinking
and
it was
Raincup
Foley,
wrote it.
Somebody else said it was Roy Drusky.
What are we talking about?
The song As Long As I Live.
As Long As I Live. Okay.
Start a little bit of it. I'll show it. You remember this. Come on. Come on here.
As long as I live.
You remember what my part? Good.
As long as I live. If it be 1 hour, or if it be 100 years,
that's right.
I'll keep remembering forever and ever. I love you, dear.
We'll go down there.
Hello, Simon.
You doing Bashful Brother Oswald?
Yeah, well, he used to sing it with Acup, Roy and Boy. I'll try to plug everybody.
Well, there was another song you did that Mr. Acup also did.
You know, Ralph, I did Once More.
Once More.
Yes.
And I think the Osborne brothers did that as well.
They did, and Port and Dolly also did that. But it did good for me. It got me a lot of work.
That was really the door opener for you, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. I was on the Grand Ole Opry for my very first time when I had that song out.
Ferlin, we haven't mentioned several things tonight I had on my list. We haven't talked about Gone. Gone was a big hit for you in 1957. And I understand Gone was the first crossover country record featuring the Nashville sound.
Yes.
Am I right?
Yes, sir.
And
sure are.
But you're
the one that what you call broke it or called disc jockeys all over the country and played it first before you came to WSM.
I was down at WMAK then.
MAK, downstairs.
Yeah, in the basement of the old Maxwell House Hotel.
And I come in there to interview with you, and you said some of the country jockeys may not play this, but this is a hit. And you call different people. You played other kind of records besides this country.
Right.
And I tell everybody that, well, everybody wants to know. I mean, I've been down here all out. He's the one that actually got it started. He's one of the first disc jockeys to play the record.
But you did it twice, didn't you?
Yeah, I did it the first time with Cliffy Stone's band, and it was called Since You're Gone. Well, maybe I don't remember if we called it Gone then. Yeah, it was Gone, but the same title, but it was different arrangement completely. I was Terry Preston then, under that name.
Why did you use all these other names?
Well, I always wanted to be somebody besides me, you know. Truthfully, I changed my name from Ferlin Husky in the beginning because on account of my relatives, my family, my mother and daddy. I didn't want to embarrass them if I didn't make it in the business. So many start and never. But anyhow, then years later, my daddy said, if you'd have used your real name to start with, you'd been heard of a long time ago. But, you know.
Did you think your family didn't want you to be in entertainment?
They did not. No, absolutely no. They did, especially country music. They didn't want me to be in country music. But that was different. You know, some people are that way, some are not. But I love them, and there was wonderful people in there.
Now, Leo,
God bless them.
You have a son that sings.
Yes, I do. His name's Ron Williams. He's a very good country singer.
Well, I didn't think his mama would think anything else.
Well, you know.
Does he work in the act?
Yeah, sometimes we work together. He works with me when I go some on the road, and then sometimes Ferlin and I, Ron, we all go together. You know, it's a show. It's
Ferlin, you've been in show business over 60 years, haven't you?
Yes, I have.
Do you still go out on the road?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
How many days a year do you think?
I guess I probably work about 30 days a year, probably. Yeah.
There's something that bothers me.
Yeah.
You are not in the Country Music Hall of Fame. And it really bothers me.
Yeah.
You should be in the Country Music Hall of Fame. And I'm hoping that my peers, your peers, will vote for you this year.
Well,
does that bother you?
It does some, Ralph. It really is. I mean, it's quite an accomplishment to be in there with some of the people that I know and that I looked up to and still look up to. But I don't know. I've heard that some of them say that, well, you're not country, you know, because I've had different things and this and that. But my only answer to that, Ralph, is it wouldn't impress Jesus one bit if I don't get in it. Or if I do get in.
I feel sure you're going to get there. You've got to get there. Yeah. And I'm going to vote for you.
Well, thank you, Ralph.
I don't know whether people realize you've made 18 movies. You replaced Arthur Godfrey one time, didn't you?
That's when I left the opera first time. I replaced Arthur Godfrey after I had the recording of gone.
Where did Godfrey go?
He was on a vacation.
And you did his radio and TV show?
Yeah, simulcast. You know, that was my biggest thing I can say that happened to me in show business or in my lifetime, because I didn't have an 8th grade education. You know, I didn't go to high school. Never got out of it. And for me to be able to replace one of the greatest salesmen in show business, he's history for that. And, you know, being from country and...
Did Arthur Godfrey pick you?
No, he had nothing to do with it. He never mentioned my name after he went back on the air, after he come back. I was never mentioned.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know. He was just that type of guy, they said. I don't know. I don't know why he should mention me.
Well, I wanted to mention the fact that you made a movie with June Carter one time.
Yeah, June was in the... I took, there's 20-some-odd artists in there. I'm glad you
was
mentioned
it Country Music Holiday?
Country Music Holiday. They was going to name it My Hometown, but, you know, but they called it Country Music Holiday. But all the musicians, all of the Jordanaires, every country music, fair and young, everybody was in there. I got in there. Whenever they wanted me to do the movie, I picked the talent to get in there. And I'm not saying it was a great deal, but I'm just saying I did a whole lot for country music. Jimmy Dean tops me because he did more for country music than any of them.
Well, on the Jimmy Dean show?
On the Jimmy Dean show. He brought them into New York.
I was going to show him a couple of your old movies that I have copies of. And I understand these are available on your website, too.
Oh.
Las Vegas Hillbillies, you had Jane Mansfield as a leading lady.
Yeah.
And you did...
Mamie Van Doren was in that, too.
I think, yes, you're right.
And that was one of the softest jobs I ever had. I was right in the middle of them.
But yes, I'm not going to go there, Ferlin.
Yeah.
You did a show, a movie called Hillbillies in a Haunted House.
Yeah.
And Don Bowman was in it.
Don Bowman, yeah.
And Joy Lansing.
Right.
And John Carradine.
Yeah.
Lon Chaney.
Yes.
Basil Rathbone?
Yeah,
You've done...
When the last one's pulled Basil made. He used to be Sherlock Holmes when I was a kid. I've been very blessed, right?
You had a great career.
I've been very blessed to be able to, still be around and be with you, and been able to do a lot of things I wanted to do since I was a child. I used to say I'm going to do that, as a kid. But I've accomplished. I've been very blessed. I've got to do movies, recordings, stage shows, Broadway. I've got to do about, not everything I wanted to do, but I wanted to fly. I tried that one time, flew out of a barn myself.
Would you have Simon mention that Janie Fricky is our guest next week?
You want to do that?
Yeah, I'll tell her. Yeah. Next week's guest is Janie Fricky, right here on Ralph B. O. Johnson's Cotton Potton. Next week's guest is Janie. I'm reading it, Ralph.
I know you
30 seconds. She'll do longer than that, but it'll take me longer to tell you.
Also, if you want to send your question for Janie Fricky, send it to Ralph at RFDTV. Whatever.
Not Ralph.
We're out of time, my friends. Ferlin, thank you.
Thank you. God bless you.
And God bless you. I want to thank this pretty lady, Miss Leona. Thank you so much. Miss Leona Williams, Ferlin Husky. That's our show. Good night, everybody.